Diddy is not going down without a fight. Diddy's close associate has been making waves recently. So Stevie J, a notable producer implicated in one of the lawsuits and was there during the raids, took to TMZ Live to defend his friend Diddy. But that's just the beginning of the story. Stevie didn't stop there. He took to Instagram to drop a bombshell by sharing footage from Diddy's star-studded 50th birthday bash, attended by the likes of the Kardashians.
Diddy snitches after an arrest and leaks a list of celebrities involved in crimes, raising immediate questions. It is not uncommon for high-profile cases to involve plea bargains where individuals provide information on others in exchange for leniency. These details are usually tightly controlled. It's a long-standing trope in both media and popular culture. The powerful figure who, when backed into a corner, betrays their peers to save themselves.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, and Kevin Hart. So with the lawsuit alleging Diddy holds compromising footage of all attendees from his infamous parties, Stevie J just issued a stark warning to all his friends.
Federal authorities found incriminating footage involving Jay-Z and Beyonce connected to Diddy. Both Jay-Z and Beyonce have been the subjects of numerous conspiracy theories and accusations over the years.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
Diddy could face a year in prison due to lawsuits and allegations that warrants closer scrutiny. While Diddy has faced legal battles throughout his career, some involving altercations, business disputes, and accusations of misconduct.
There's really no deal that the U.S. Attorney's Office can offer, and it's certainly not one that Diddy will accept. It would involve decades in federal prison. We're talking about mandatory minimum sentences of 10 years for both the drug charges and the sex trafficking. So we know that Diddy has fought charges before. There were state charges, there were gun-related, the nightclub shooting with J-Lo, but he's going to dig in his heels, and this case is going to trial. So if you're prosecutors, you really want to make sure that your evidence is bulletproof before you go down that route.
Stevie J, a producer and former close associate of Diddy, allegedly exposing a list of celebrities involved with Diddy in criminal activities, raises questions about the motives behind such a statement. Critically, one must consider whether this is an authentic whistleblowing situation or an attempt to stay relevant in the public eye. It's not uncommon for figures in the entertainment industry to capitalize on their proximity to powerful people by making sensational claims, especially when their own careers are no longer as prominent.
Okay. If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to donate to charity, donate the bread to charity and fight, don't stop being a girl and talking about dudes. I find it funny that, you know, when they first try to crucify somebody, they go through the media first, and they're just flooded with lies and propaganda. I'm not concerned about this this dude Curtis. You know what I'm saying? He's Uncle Tom, and that's just what it is. I'm gonna speak on 1,000% of what I know to be true about my guy. My spirits are up. He's spending time with his children. I'm not a spring chicken, even though I look fly and stuff. But I've witnessed some historical events of excessive force, but none like this.
Reportedly, Ellen DeGeneres was found at one of Diddy's parties and involved in criminal behavior. This revelation is shocking for people.
Feds have allegedly revealed Ellen DeGeneres was caught on tape with children at Diddy's mansions. Ellen was allegedly involved in child She would allegedly sell furniture online at a very high price point, like small cabinets for $10,000. The names of the items were peculiar names like Naraya, Eurythia, Samia, and Alvia. But it turns out these weird names lined up perfectly with recent missing children in the area. So it's alleged the names of the furniture was sort of like a code to buy kids online. So you would buy the product and it would actually be a front for buying a child. It's also coincidental that Ellen's set was strikingly similar to Epstein's Island.
Kim Kardashian reportedly unfollowed Diddy on social media to distance herself from his legal troubles.
Kim Kardashian is linked to the Diddy lawsuit. Yeah, Kim 24 hours before the raid unfollowed Diddy despite continuing to follow him even after the Cassie lawsuit was settled. Turns out Kris Jenner makes all of her daughters give 10% of their income to a church. The church is run by none other than Lou Taylor. So Lou is allegedly Diddy's manager, and Diddy is asking Lou to pay off the victims to keep them quiet. Lou is the one who put Britney Spears in a conservatorship, and while Kim was married to Kanye, she tried to force him in one too. And during these so-called conservatorships, the Guardian steals money from these celebrities and pays out victims through the church to make it seem like donations. And people think Kim is involved in the trafficking ring after her Balenciaga endorsement. Balenciaga was called out for advertising CP in their campaigns. Yikes.
Kanye West also talks against Diddy, as Kanye West is also reportedly involved with Diddy. Kanye West allegedly linked Diddy to the murder of Tupac Shakur. The murder of Tupac remains unsolved, and over the decades, numerous conspiracy theories have implicated various individuals and groups in the crime. Kanye's tendency to make provocative, controversial statements adds fuel to the fire.
I can't spend none of y'all meatballs and I'm still not backing down from what I said. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
A producer working with Diddy has claimed that he has a list of celebrities involved in criminal activities with him.
Don't miss the first one. We broke down all of it, its entirety, except for the celebrity names, because I know you all want to hear it. Now, that doesn't mean they're implicated, but they're now implicated via Little Rod, and Little Rod claims to have hours of recordings admitting to these crimes. Now, he hasn't seen these celebrities do the crimes, but I want you to see how he plays it out in this declaration. Now, before we get there, Jason Derulo, sorry, I have to. You can't say his name any other way. I hope he doesn't ding me. He's come out in defense of Diddy. Now, Jason Derulo started out as a writer, so he owes Diddy a lot of his career. And he's come out, he seemed a little cagey in the question of what do you think? And he said Diddy's innocent until proven guilty. I can't be mad at the guy for doing that, especially if Diddy helped him. Good for him. When asked, Diddy should be afforded the same grace until more evidence surfaces, if any does at all, that implicates him in something nefarious. And yes, Diddy has not yet been arrested or charged with any crimes, but yes, lots of things coming forward. And now in this new document that it's important to reiterate, which we did in our first video, make sure you watch that one.
The allegations that Diddy was involved with minors in inappropriate situations based on testimony from an ex-makeup artist are extremely serious. Cuba Gooding Jr., who has faced legal troubles related to allegations of SA, is reportedly denying any involvement with Diddy's legal issues. His denial should be critically assessed in the context of his ongoing legal battles.
That's
I don't know if you saw that recently.
Antonio Brown posted that.
No, he didn't.
Antonio Brown posted.
Who?
Antonio.
There's no way Antonio Brown posted that.
AB posted
Can
that.
you go to his Twitter? I want to see.
Are you saying that
my
AB,
God. Liberty
AB
City.
would never post a picture
Liberty
like that?
City.
Well, Chris from Value Tech, Chris is like, Vinny, he sent me this and said,
There's no way he posted that.
keep going.
I believe he did. He's kind of fun. I believe he did.
Okay.
Can we?
By the way,
wait.
directed by Dan Schneider.
You don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Pat, the soundtrack is by.
What was the soundtrack by? Art
Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
Can we address?
No. It's just a parody.
The lawyer is
It's
quiet.
just a parody.
Like, I'm not getting sued for defamation. You guys are going down alone.
Can we address some of the legal allegations on this? Is this something that we can even?
Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I'd like to know
Trafficking.
from a legal standpoint
Trafficking.
what this case is even looking like. Have they even arrested Diddy yet? What like? I know you're not handling this case whatsoever.
No.
But everybody is talking about this. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Here we go. These two stepbrothers are out here. From a legal standpoint, what does this look like? The raid, FBI?
So, I mean, you're asking me about a raid when I've seen raids happen to my clients that have no business happening. I understand that there was a plane with one of his, they called it his drug runner, his 25-year-old kid.
Going to Antigua.
He was arrested. I know that. I know that obviously there are accusations of trafficking. And you've seen a lot of reels been coming up about, that's his, that gentleman was arrested.
His drug mule.
Drug mule, exactly. And, his homes were raided. Obviously, he wasn't arrested.
Media commentator Megyn Kelly has touched on the fact that while Gooding Jr. has been actively defending himself against accusations, he has notably remained silent when it comes to defending Sean Diddy Combs. Gooding has denied allegations of misconduct against himself, but the lack of public defense for Diddy amidst his ongoing controversies has raised questions. Critics suggest that this could indicate either a distancing from Diddy or reluctance to address potentially incriminating information.
What was really interesting in the interview, he says, I really don't know Diddy. He's an acquaintance, met him 2 or 3 times. I can't speak anything more about that. In regards to me, and this was fascinating in that interview, he goes, that night, I was jumping from yacht to yacht. It was New Year's Eve. I ended up on Diddy's yacht. This guy's listening to music. We're listening to it. And there's a picture, by the way, in that lawsuit with Cuba Gooding Jr. next to Little Rod Jones. He's got his arm around him, looking very close next to him. And he goes, that photo that Jones put in his lawsuit, let me show you something else. And he shows Patrick Bet-David another photo, but it's apparently a live photo. He goes, look, this is a different angle. He goes, so they decided to put this one photo in to make it look like something. There's another side of the story, said that this is a money grab. So he came out on the defensive against what he's accused of, but not so much against all the allegations for Diddy.
Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has been making waves on the Art of Dialogue platform by exposing what he claims are dark secrets within the celebrity world, particularly those involving Diddy. Deal has repeatedly accused the hip-hop mogul of being influenced by a corrupt Hollywood culture that encourages criminal and morally questionable behavior.
Based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, the touchy-feely between 2 men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self. You understand what I'm saying? So these are behaviors and things that with drugs and all the stuff that's going on, pills, drinking, it can make this man into a monster, and that's what it did, bruh. It made him into a monster, bruh.
According to Deal, the company Diddy keeps, along with the environment he moves in, has played a major role in his actions. He claims to have witnessed firsthand the lifestyle that has allegedly led Diddy into criminal activity. These revelations have stirred the pot as they tap into a growing conversation about the influence of wealth and power in shaping unethical behavior within the entertainment industry.
Same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them.
In one particularly shocking claim, Gene Deal also alleges that he witnessed a famous rapper accompany Diddy into a room under circumstances that implied something nefarious was occurring.
He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, he just looked, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on.
Another suspect of Diddy parties involves comedian Kevin Hart. Hart has been seen hosting and attending Diddy's notorious parties, which are known for their extravagant and sometimes wild nature. Diddy allegedly made a disturbing comment about having slept with Usher, a claim that reportedly made the R&B singer uncomfortable. While this alleged incident occurred years ago, it speaks to the larger issue of inappropriate behavior within Diddy's circle and how such environments may enable such behavior to go unchecked.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen, we're having a good time, yo. Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
Usher, who has been linked to Diddy since his early teenage years, has also shared his experience of staying with Diddy during his formative years. Usher was sent to Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp as a young boy, where he spent time learning about the music industry. He called it a wild experience of his life.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. You know, I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.